All right, so behold, an important video. I haven't checked on my channel in a couple days, but it seems like things have gotten back to being quiet. Videos with 3 views on them that are of extremely the highest level and magnitude of importance, which is great. This is what I use them to do, is what I depend on them for, is to keep me submerged. Don't make me a star. You could do that very easily if you wanted to. So, and I know that's not what you're trying to do, but inadvertently, you're kind of doing it. So you just need to just stop with all that bullshit and just go back to hiding me, okay? Because this is what you're all about, is hiding. You hide yourself, you hide me, and this is just, it's really fun to sit back and watch you play these little freshman games, okay? Because you're a freshman, I'm a senior, okay? You are on a lower level of existence. We already know all this. We see, they can't, they try to, make music. It's just horrible. Literature, they're just not good at it. They try, but it's just never, they just can't achieve greatness. Okay? They're too jumbled up in the mind and too self-serving to achieve greatness. Okay, and actually they don't like greatness. Therefore, they don't like art, because art is a conduit to greatness. So you're going to see art take a back seat to slop. So anyways, really what this video is about, I saw something a couple weeks ago. I can't really explain it. It's just, if you know, you know. But basically a man, and I said nothing to this person. And I'm saying it really doesn't, it's not really relevant. The fact that he would have let me drink his blood, literally, because he was so infatuated by me. And I'm saying I didn't say one word to him, and I know this, but that's besides the point. What I'm really getting at, and I don't know who he was an avatar of. I haven't unlocked that level of all this mutant ability that I have. More than likely, he was an outer being. I mean, I don't know anybody else who'd just be bizarre enough to allow that to happen. And not a hideous man at all. Somebody that probably should have been hitting on women. Okay? But instead, I know for a fact he would have allowed that. Probably. And not just him, but a lot of y'all. Because something has happened here. Okay? Now, we need to remember who we're dealing with. Okay, when it comes to me, you're dealing with somebody who has God behind him. Okay, I would have never got this far in his channel and with all this research if it wasn't for God and his son. Okay? Now, this is the same God who used to utterly annihilate like a Sodom and Gomorrah, and from the Old Testament was really vengeful, really jealous, really destructive. Well, not really destructive, but could be destructive. And then after Jesus came, he changed. Okay, so although he changed, that ability to utterly devastate and lay somebody low, just completely raining fire, brimstone from the sky down on some shit. Okay, this is the same God we're dealing with. This God who has allowed these bozos, these hackers, reality hackers, to get this far. Okay? And for us, there has to be some type of redemption. Now, me, what I wanted to do, I'm not on God's level. I don't understand how to completely destroy somebody on a molecular level like God does. So for me, having them in some Germany 1939 to 1945 style work camps, reality TV show work camps, I thought that would be a good enough revenge. Okay. Now, will you be working in the acid mines? Will you be a field slave? Will you be a house slave? That is all, to be determined by archangels. But there's actually a much worse scenario you're facing. A much more devastating scenario you're facing. See, you have become so obsessed with hacking and manipulating documents, forging documents, fudging the numbers, whatever. You have become so talented at this. See, like I told y'all missed the point. The point was to evolve spiritually, to get on a higher level as a creation. You didn't create yourself. You have this time now. This is where the energy of the world is going to. Okay, in the universe. The universe is trying to get you to evolve. You said, screw you, I'm going to use that evolution energy and evolve my scams. You have evolved your scamming and being able to hide shit and manipulate shit, hack into shit. You've gotten so good at that. That's become so evolved that you've hacked into your own fucking self, bitch. And you have backed yourself into a corner. Let's talk about a high level manifestation of one of these oppressive beings. Okay, not an outer being. Was created by the architect of hell, but then became an archangel. But Nyx. Okay? Nyx is the most furtive, which means like scary, like they're always hiding, like they're hiding something. She is the most furtive human being you will ever come across. Okay, we know because she opens her legs for tentacled stuff in dark magic rituals. Okay, and she has to sit in a corner all night when she goes out. Okay, doesn't want anyone behind her because she's just so scared of people. Hides in her phone constantly, walking around. Has to be there to continue to cast dark spells on me or whatever. Doesn't have any fun. Doesn't really have any friends. Has little cult members. Fellow cult members she rolls with or whatever. Does it branch out, talk to new people? Hell no. Hell no. That's laughable to think of her doing that. Has basically just been shut off from existing. This is a big thing. I may have to make another video. I may be getting into a whole other video here. A great weapon to use nowadays, I would say, for people when dealing with other people, if they're trying you, or they don't exist. You don't exist to me anymore. That's huge, I think, nowadays for some reason. And a lot of these people, I don't care how much money you have, how whatever you are, you really don't exist. There is a new, instead of this whole equality thing that failed, and wokeness and all that, there's, well, I don't want to include wokeness, but the equality thing, because the wokeness is kind of part of the new thing. That has all kind of failed. Now there is a push to end existence. So a lot of y'all who are, now it's not going to work on me, but a lot of y'all who are in the gray area, you're kind of getting sucked into this new phase we're entering. Shift in leadership. From everybody's equal except for the people that are a little more equal, to we're all victims. Okay, that's your spirituality. Your spirituality is not have to do with Jesus Christ, because then you'd be trying to optimize yourself and everything around you. No, forget that. I'm a victim. Okay, I'm not trying to optimize shit. I'm trying to sit here and be helpless because the universe is mean and scary. And we're basically, to make a long story short, I guess, because I'm running out of time, I guess I'm not going to make another video. I don't know, we'll see. To make a long story short, the worst, most horrific fate imaginable for you, my enemy, you're going to worship me one day. Or should I say us? You're going to worship us. Maybe not God, but you will drop to your knees before us. That's going to happen. Keep fucking around. Keep playing with all this, hacking into all this, whatever, the economy, and attacking other countries, and all these weird ass commercials and media and all this, these weird ass products and prescription pills. Keep it up. You are going to drop to your knees and worship us.